Hey guys, so I got asked about using LipSense to make an ombre look, and I really wanted to show this to you because if you've tried it with any other products before, at least if you're anything like me, which is pretty unfortunate for the rest of your makeup routine, what you end up with is something that's really cakey. Sometimes the colors don't blend well together, and even if they do, you're left with so much product on your lips that it'll smear really easily. I was never able to get it to look the way I wanted it to. So since we're already putting on our LipSense in layers, what we can do is change the placement on our lips for each color, and that'll give us the ombre gradient effect depending on where you put each color. So what I've read online is that a lot of people like to use the darker color on the outside of their lips. I don't really like that as much. It ends up looking very heavily lip lined. That's not really my style. If it is, go for it. But what I'm going to show you today is how to do a lighter color on the outside and the darker color on the inside. It'll still end up blending really well, but you won't look like, you stepped out of the 80s or something. So the colors that I'm using today are Team Wicked, which is a new color. It's awesome. On some people, it looks more blue, and on some people, it pulls more purple. It does have a really pretty teal shimmer in it. And I'm also going to be using Plum, which you guys know is one of my favorite colors. I wear it on a daily basis pretty much. So since the Plum is definitely purpley, I think it's going to turn the Team Wicked, which can be a little blue, more purpley in the end. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. So I want you to pay close attention to where on my lips I'm putting each layer. This first one, I used a really broad stroke to try and go a little bit further into my lip. And then on the second one, I really focused just on the outside. That's going to make the plum color stand out. With whatever outside color you're using, you want to make sure that you can still see that when you put the lighter color over it. I always wipe off dark colors really well before I put them on, that way they don't come out too heavy. And I'm going to do 2 layers on the inside with Team Wicked and make sure that those are dry in between. You'll notice once I'm done with this layer that there's definitely a hard line in between the 2 colors, but that's going to be fixed once we put on 2 more layers of the lighter color. So what you want to do is cover the entire lip with the lighter color, and this process is going to be the same whether you're using a light or a dark color on the outside. If you do have the darker color on the outside, you just might have to put on a 3rd layer over the entire lip to make sure that it blends seamlessly. So you're going to notice once I finish with the 2nd layer of the lighter color over the entire lip that there's still a line on the top lip where you can see the difference between the colors. The bottom lip came out really seamless. So all I'm going to do is add a 3rd layer of the lighter color to the top lip to make that blend really well. And as long as you make sure that your layers are dry before you put on your top coat, your applicator is always going to stay clean. So you can see because the colors are different, but they're definitely not too far apart on the spectrum, that the gradient came out really nice and blended. You can see the plum very clearly on the outside. You can see the Team Wicked very easy on the inside, and a funny little result of this experiment is finding out that Team Wicked and Plum make super dark purple, which I'm obsessed with. So yeah, you can do this with any number of colors. If you do 2 colors that are close together on the spectrum, it's going to be a more muted look. The further apart you go, the more you're going to have to blend. So if you do need to do the 3rd layer, just make sure you're giving it a lot of extra time to dry so that the colors don't run together. And once you put on the gloss, it's going to create the really seamless look that you're going for. So I hope you like this ombre tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's any other colors you want to see in ombre, I can do that too. And otherwise, thanks for watching.